Well, Volpe looks back. There is a thing called disguise and deception. And this time, he of course calls, and he's going to hit it with a 9.
Wow. Just drills the card he was looking for.
What's up, guys? Fury TV here, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
And the blinds are going up to 8 and 16,000 with the 16,000 big blind Andy. And now around to Ola with a big ace-4 of diamonds.
50.
50,000. 50,000.
Ryan with an ace-6.
Decent hand for Ryan to continue in position against Ola.
And the flop is an ace-queen, 4 aces and 4s for Ola. And of course, aces for Ryan. Whoa, what a good flop for Ola. And he is going to make the 50,000 continuation. Called, of course, by Ryan, who is in a lot of trouble right now. And
Wow.
6 on the turn. Ryan gets out of that mess with a bigger 2 pair now.
What a lucky turn card for Ryan, because he was likely to pay off all bets depending on the run out. And now, you know, Ola, of course, still has to believe he has the best hand. Puts out a bet of 215,000. Ryan, you know, he doesn't have all that much back. I think this is a good spot to just go all in.
I'm gonna have to wager all my chips.
That's what you do. He has gone all in, and Ola's going to hate it. He has to make that call, of course. Disappointment for Ola, but what an opportunity for Ryan Tosic. Huge favorite going to the river to double up.
How about a queen?
Queen would give them a chop, so
All right, let's go. Paint on the river.
Okay, I'll take it.
Ola not being greedy, not asking for a 4.
This is a big moment.
Give the man a queen then.
Let's see what happens. It's a jack.
Paint.
Big time double up for Ryan Tosic. Nope. Now Kerry Katz. Likes to play a lot of hands, this guy. He has a 9-7 of spades. Says 15,000 to go. Into Doc.
Well, Kane right behind him with a king-jack. We've seen him flat call a fair bit so far in this tournament. I'm curious to see what he does with this king-jack.
Well, he's going to re-raise.
I like this raise, Vince. I think this is a smart play. King-jack not quite good enough to flat call with. I think he would call with king-jack suited, but that king-jack offsuit plays better as a re-raise that just attempts to take the pot down pre-flop. We'll see whether Kerry lets him do that.
Yeah. He's got position on his man. He has raised it. And now Kerry pondering this decision. Yeah, look, he's getting the chips out. He's going to speculate, make the call. So two-way action. 9-7 versus King-Jack. Let's go to the first 3. And it is a King 10-6. That is beautiful for the Doc.
Yeah, good looking board for Doc here. Just a gut shot for Kerry Katz, who really doesn't have any outs besides the 8.
Kerry has checked, and now the Doc hitting top pair. Beautiful kicker.
And he's got the Jack of Hearts here, which is an important card, and I like his check here, actually. He can induce some bluffs from Kerry, but ooh, instead, wow.
It's an 8 of hearts, and that is going to give Kerry Katz a straight, of course. Very strong hand. And he's going to lead out with it, 35,000. Oh, this is going to be painful for the Doc.
Now, Kane getting exactly what he wanted here, but as it turns out, he's way behind.
The Doc trying to suck him in, and look at this. Yeah, hard to get away. He makes the call. Can't blame him for that.
No, can't get away at this juncture in the hand. We'll see what happens on the river. Another 8 comes here. Doesn't change very much about the texture.
Kerry Katz just figuring out how much he can pillage from the Doc. There it is, 66,000. And Dr. Youth is going to get old. If if he makes his call and sees what happens.
Tough spot for the doctor to get away here. He checked back that flop, essentially hoping to induce Carey to bet a couple of times, and nothing about an 8-turn, 8-river changes his hand dramatically enough that I think he should fold here. So I'd be very impressed if Kane doesn't pay off.
Oh yeah, he's got to make this call.
Disappointed to see the news that actually his flop check cost him this pot. So a bad result, but I think a good strategy.
But now James Carroll with the king 6. Just calls it, and Maria with a 5-4. All right, she's content to see 3 cards. And it's a queen 5-3, so Maria hitting a pair of 5s here. James with nothing.
James with just enough showdown value to check over to Maria. Maria, I think I prefer a bet in her shoes. No harm in checking. She does have a fairly vulnerable pair.
Deuce of hearts on the turn. James is going to come out and bet 800,000. Maria, open-ended straight flush. She is in front at this point. Making the call. River card is a king. Now James is hitting kings here.
Oof. Rough card for Maria. James really isn't supposed to have many kings here outside of having, exactly this kind of hand or a king of hearts. And he bets really big. He pots it. And what a well-sized value bet from James Carroll. I really don't mind Maria's call here. She's got a good bluff catcher. She's blocking some of the strongest hands. And James shouldn't have that many kings. It's a blind versus blind pot where I don't want to overfold to an aggressive opponent. And she calls him.
Now did you make up that quote, or is that something you heard from Doyle or someone?
I made that up at a main event, basically playing on television, and I started saying, I'll take this one, you take the next one. I'd gotten it from Dewey Weem from about 2003, and every time I said it, they folded. So I just kept saying it. It was unbelievable. So every time I was bluffing, I'd say it, and then for balance, when I had it, I started saying it. I'll take this one, you take the next one.
All right, we're into this hand. It's been raised by Marchese with a 9-7. Been called by Aaron and Sam. So a 3-way action here. 7-6 deuce.
Right, and Marchese's flop top pair. Look for him to make a decent-sized bet here.
Yep, raised with the slop. Gets top pair. Bet's going to be 65.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more. 65 is okay, and now Aaron's going to call with
Inside
an
straight
overcard.
draw. Yeah.
2 overcards and an inside straight draw. He needs an 8, 9, or a 10.
And he's running good, so go with the rush. And he's going to catch a 9 of diamonds.
Are you kidding me? That's a card. You couldn't have imagined a better card. He just hit the straight with the open-ended straight flush draw and happened to make Marchese top 2 pair.
Yeah, this is amazing. He's checked it beautifully into Marchese.
Tom with a nice 180K aggressive bet here.
Come on.
Gosh, he moved in so quickly again, though. It's just like,
Yeah,
I have it, but I don't think Marchese can fold because he can beat 9-6, he can beat an overpair, he can beat 7s and 6s.
And he can afford it.
It's just really hard to fold
Yeah, I know.
here.
And he can afford it, and then he still has draw outs.
Yep, he's called.
He's got to make the call, but he doesn't like it.
No, and listen to this. He's down to 4 outs. 2 9s, 2 7s, only 10%.
Wow, you're going to double up Aaron Ogus or knock him out. But Aaron, a big favorite, to do some damage against a top professional here.
You want me to fold? No, this stupid turn.
4 of hearts. Aaron.
This the straight flush?
The big cheese gets sliced up by the Microsoft man. And my former friend, why you picking on me?
Honest to God, it's like we need an intervention. It's like an addiction. You just can't help yourself.
23,000 to go. The new player, David Peters, he won't play.
So Volpe raises it up, and a couple seats behind him, Jake Schindler wakes up with pocket kings.
Beautiful hand for Jake Schindler.
How much does he want to play for, Vince?
I'll bet it all.
Yeah, he did last time with that 8-7 offsuit. But this time he wants to play for 52,000.
Very wise. Nick goes out. So does Bill. All right, back on Volpe. Saying another fine mess I got myself into.
Yeah, Queen 10 suited is a very playable hand here, and Paul is going to make the call, so we'll go to this flop heads up with over 100,000 in the middle already.
Pair of kings versus Queen 10, and we are a-flopping, and it is a King Jack 7. What a flop. 3 of a kind for Jake. Open-ended there for Volpe.
A great action flop for these two, but considering how coordinated the board is, I expect that Jake is just going to keep betting.
He is going to bet this 48,000. Volpe open-ended. He's going to look back, see if he's definite on that. He is.
I always wonder why professionals recheck their cards.
Well, don't start. Mike Saxon never stops talking about that. He says it's an amateur move until you see a pro do it, then he doesn't say a word.
Slightly biased view.
Oh, Volpe looks back. There is a thing called disguise and deception. And this time, he of course calls, and he's going to hit it with a 9.
Wow. Just drills the card he was looking for. Even better that it wasn't a spade. I'm not sure if Jake is going to slow down here. He's still got wow, and Jake checks behind.
Good check, good check. River card. Can he fill up? Nope.
Well, the 2 of spades
scare
might
card.
save Jake a little bit of money here, because now both Queen 10 and the flopped flush draw have gotten there.
He's got to think, if Jake really had a flush draw, wouldn't he continue to hammer a little bit in position? So I think he's satisfied. He's going to bet 100,000. Try to get some value out of it.
And it's impossible for Jake to get away,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
it's impressive that he doesn't lose his whole stack here. He's going to be disappointed to lose this pot, but man.
Yeah, you're right. Good slowdown on the turn for Jake. Otherwise, that could have been a lot of his chips, of course. Paul Volpe, the hero on this hand, though.